How dogs remember your perspective, to steal without getting caught. What goes through a dog's mind when your back is turned? According to new research from the University of Veterinary Medicine, Vienna, the answer might surprise you. A study led by cognitive scientist Ludwig Huber suggests that dogs are capable of something remarkably sophisticated, anticipating what a person can see, even when that person is nowhere in sight. The study, published in the journal iScience in early 2025, put 73 pet dogs through a cleverly designed stealing task. Before the test began, each dog was allowed to explore a room containing 2 plates of dry dog food, with a researcher visible through a gap in a curtain, but only from one specific spot in the room. From the other plate's location, the researcher was completely hidden from view. The dogs had a single chance to take in this information during the exploration phase, while the researcher sat at a table chopping carrots. During this phase, the dogs could eat the dry food from the 2 plates. Then, slices of sausage were added to the plates, but the dogs were explicitly forbidden from eating this high-reward food. When the actual test began, the researcher had left the room entirely. The forbidden sausage slices remained on the plates. But here's the clever twist. A recording of carrot chopping was played through a loudspeaker positioned on the kitchen table. For a second group of dogs acting as a control, the sound played was ordinary street noise instead. In the group that heard the chopping sound, 4 out of 5 dogs chose to steal sausages from the plate that had been out of the researcher's line of sight, the safe spot. In the control group where street noise was played, dogs showed no clear preference, choosing either plate at roughly equal rates. Huber and his colleagues believe this points to something beyond simple rule following. When the dogs heard the chopping sound, they appeared to mentally reconstruct the absent researcher's presence and, crucially, her viewpoint. The dogs seemed to reason about where they could act without being seen, navigating the room based on a remembered visual perspective that wasn't even their own. Huber notes that there is still debate about exactly how the dogs are reasoning, whether they are genuinely adopting the human's viewpoint or simply avoiding spots where they themselves remember being able to see her. What is not in doubt, however, is that the dogs were using a sound to infer the likely presence of an unseen human and acting strategically on that inference. The study shows that dogs are paying far closer attention to the humans around them than we might assume, filing away details about who can see what and acting on that information in remarkably calculated ways.